Welcome to October.
We just mucked everything up. This is our second attempt at this.
We need a bloopers reel. Seriously, I reckon that'd be funny as fuck. Anyway, here we are. Welcome to
October.
Hey, Tren, how you doing? All right. We're going to do something different this month.
Yes.
And that means then, if we do this, we might go ahead and do it every month. But what we really require to do that is feedback from you guys. So you can jump on our email and give us feedback. You can jump on the YouTube and give us feedback, or Facebook or
Instagram,
wherever the fuck you find us, right?
Exactly.
Just give us feedback, because what we're going to do is we're going to start doing our own energy forecasting.
Yes.
So this is our first attempt at this for October.
Yeah. So we're running a bit late. Well, it's coming out on the 8th, but who cares? Still in October.
Give us a break. It's still October, right? So, so how we're going to do this, and I'm going to show Tren how to do this as we go, because it's something that I don't know.
I have not done
Tren
it
hasn't done before. So forgive Tren and myself if we get this wrong or fuck it up, right? Because wait a minute, we'd be human, right?
We will.
So yeah, we will. But yeah, so I'm going to explain to you guys how I do this. So Tren is going to do this with me.
Yeah.
So you're going to get the reading from both of us.
Yep.
Right?
Cool.
To see what that is. So what we do, Tren, is we grab a deck.
A deck. So you've got
any deck, a deck.
You've got the rider's weight. I'm going to grab the light seers.
Excellent. So 2 different decks just from us to have a look. We're going to shuffle, and the most important thing, remember, is intention setting, right? So we're going to set the intention that what we're asking is, the universe, please show us the month of October 2024.
So you're being really specific, aren't you, with what you're saying?
You need to be specific. And just because this flew out, I'll show you, it's these 7 of swords. I'm like, what the fuck is that? It's the 7 of swords. So when those things happen in the way that I'm doing this and the way that I'm going to share this with you today, is we just take a mental note of that, and then we pop it back into the deck, right? And then we continue going. So we're looking for the energies of October 2024. We would like some insight as to what is going on energetically.
Yeah.
Right. And all we're going to do is we're just going to place down 4 cards, because it's roughly 4 weeks.
Yep. Okay.
Right?
Yep.
So we're just going to place down 4 cards, and then we're going to read those 4 cards based on the intentions. Now, what was the intention?
To see what we need to focus on for the month of October 2024, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or the energies.
We're going to see what the energies are. Right. And then I'll explain in the second step why we have a different question. Right.
Yeah.
So this is just to see and feel. So you feel what's going on. Oh my God, another one's jumped out, which is the Empress. So far we have the 7 of swords, and the Empress has jumped out. So we just take a mental note and pop it in the bottom. Now, I can't make this shit up. I wished I'd shown you before. On the bottom of the deck, we have the 9 of swords. Now, when the 7 of swords jumped out, I just noticed that it happened to be the 9 of swords. The fuck?
Exactly.
For both, right? So the 9 of swords now is also going to be something, right? So, okay. All right. So anytime you feel ready.
What are the energies for October 2024?
That's correct. What are the energies for October 2024?
All right. Oh, there you go. I've got 2.
2 out already?
Oh.
Seriously, can't make it up.
Can't make it up.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So now remember, we're reading for the month.
For the month.
So we're not reading anybody. We are reading for the month. So I'll start to show you how I work with it, bearing in mind those other cards, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Which we'll get to.
Jumped out.
Yeah, we'll get to in a second. So mine starts with the 5 of Pentacles, followed by the Hermit, followed by the Queen of Cups, followed by the World. So the beginning of the month, for some of us, we may feel disconnected.
So you've got the 5 of Pentacles there.
5 of Pentacles.
Disconnected.
Feeling disconnected from maybe source, because the pentacles are inside here, or maybe from ourselves, or maybe from our resources. But there is this discontent, and this, when we look at the card itself, because fives in the tarot are difficult, right?
Yeah,
So
they
it
are.
kind of
They
says the beginning of the month starts a little bit, you know, maybe people aren't quite connected to what they want to do. They haven't quite made those decisions yet. It's that kind of thing. Now I'm drawn to, because you still do see,
Yeah,
feel,
good.
know,
Yeah.
see, feel, know, right? You still do that. And I'm drawn to, for those that are watching, you'll see on this particular card, see that anchor at the back there?
So in the window.
In the window, yeah. Thanks, Trent.
Yeah.
I'm so glad Trent's here, because like I just fucking expect you all to know, right? So we're looking in the window at the anchor, where the 5 pentacles are. So the pentacles are in the front, right? And the anchor is at the back. So what I'm getting from that is that for the beginning of the month, the first couple of weeks, we may feel energetically unattached or disconnected or whatever. And what we're being asked to do about it is to anchor, to ground, and to anchor in, and to remember, because it's the window that I'm drawn to.
Yeah, exactly.
That we have resources here. Now it might feel like, and there's also this, when I say disconnection, it almost feels like we're not allowed, or we're not able to do the things that we want to do,
yeah,
you know, so that it just feels like there's a little bit of that. So, or you might be being asked, you might actually pass over or away from what you're used to connecting to, right? So there is definitely a change for October, is what that's indicating around resources. So let's look at the world stage for a second, right?
Yeah.
So resources, that could be finance, that could be energy. So there might be problems or issues with energy, as in that could be electricity. That could be,
it could be water, couldn't it?
Could be water, yeah, all of these things, resources, right? So this is what this is talking about for the month of October. We then move on to the Hermit. Now, the Hermit reminds us that we have the resources inside. Now, here's the other thing about this, right? The Hermit's also learned, so he already knows. So he's been there, done that. So that also leads me to believe that October may have us revisiting something, or
reflecting on something.
Well, we could be reflecting on something too, but we have the answers within us, and we are leading the way, right? So no matter what is going on in October, we need to come back to ourselves and remember that we are light. We are light, we are love, we are not this physical body, and we are not our experiences. We are more than that, right? So we're being asked to remember that. And the way to do that might be through grounding when we feel the disconnected, right? Now, should we do that, then we have the Queen of Cups. Now, the Queen of Cups allows us to connect to our emotions. So this tells me also that October might be a bit of an emotional month, but it's also very creative, right? So you might get more intuitive hits. You might get a little bit more insight, aha moments. You might get creating things. You might get to understand your emotions. So it feels like that. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
I'm seeing that,
especially after coming from the other 2 cards.
Yeah, right. Because once you're settled and connected to yourself, and like, you know, you're working with the elements, which is your own energy, your own ideas, your breath, your body, all the things, much more in alignment, right?
Yeah.
And things drop in. And then we have the world. So interesting for October, because we start, remember, with the 5 of Pentacles, feeling disconnected, and then a part of the world. See, she's in the middle here. So October may start where people are unsure. I don't really know what I'm doing. I don't know if I want to be here, all of that. That's okay. Big worldwide energetic, that's what's happening. The world itself is in fact changing. So we are in for a change come October, right? But something is going to complete, because that's the finished cycle. Right. So now we're going to have a look at what Tren's got, and Tren's going to give her interpretation for the month of the energies that is showing, right? And then we're going to go into a different thing.
Okay. Oh, cool. So I've pulled, and I'm using the Light Seers cards. So I've got the Knight of Cups. It's a bit dark, but the Knight of Cups. And to me, again, talking about emotions, because cups are emotions, but it's very much you're feeling like you've got so much to give, but it's like part of you is holding back. That's what it feels like to me. And just the way that figure is sitting, and what I was focusing, again, see, feel, know, his hand on the hat. So he's got his hat on his knee. So to me, even though it's not near his hat, but it's he's pulling back, he's hiding a little bit.
Well, we think about a hat.
Yeah.
What does a hat indicate?
It's sort of your head, isn't it? Sort of, and again, it's covering something.
Covering something, and also, what hat are you wearing?
Yes.
Is it a teacher's hat, a daughter's hat, an auntie hat, I don't know, nurse hat, healer hat? What fucking hat are you wearing? Now he's taken his hat off and he's put it in his hand. Right. So
is he? I know. To me, he's hiding part of himself.
Oh, he very well could be, right?
But it's also, he's also, because he's taken it off his head, he's opening himself to new experiences.
Yes, right. So again, tells you for October, there's something
coming.
New,
but it's new,
right?
isn't it? It's very new. It's new. And then I'm moving on, again, talking about new, the Three of Pentacles.
Oh.
So it's like, even though we're going from, I figure, something new, we're going into, okay, we can make this work.
Hear that? Make this, that's the key there, right?
We can make this work.
Because we're building it.
Yeah,
right?
and it's like partly creative. It could be something you've started and stopped and come back to, or you're starting something new, but you will have support. Yeah. You're not going to do this on your own. You will have support.
So big picture, there's something, people are maybe questioning their vocation, what they're putting out in the world and how they present, right? So there's some changes around that. And then there's the building of finding what actually feels better, because it's a creative space, finding what actually works better.
And it's funny, we're talking about creative space, we go straight back into the Empress.
We had her before. Oh yeah, we had her before.
Yeah, she fell out of Lou's cards.
Yes.
So we've got the Empress, and again, talking about creativity and bringing something new into being. This is completely, even though we may have started something back here, it's not quite fully formed.
I was going to say, it's like it's
growing,
incubating.
Yeah, it's growing.
I was trying to say,
not quite fully formed to be brought out as a whole into the open.
Not yet.
So keep doing, and then we go on to the Knight of Wands.
Another night. Start and finish with the Knights.
Yeah. So, and going on to the Knight of Wands, it's like, okay, now by the end of the month, you've got a certain starting point, not quite fully formed with the Empress, but you have something to start with and go on with, and let it grow as it goes.
And it's action, isn't it?
It's very much action.
It's definitely like taking the action, like more energy. So I feel like the month might start a little bit slow and then move into.
Because it's funny, I'm looking at both those Knights, and in the Knight of Cups, the horse in the background is just taking step by step, like we said, very slow. The horse on the Knight of Wands is rearing up. So it's like, come on, let's go. Ready to go.
Yeah, ready to go. Yeah. Interesting. So you can see how those can kind of come together. So anyway, like we said, we're going to really want your feedback for this. Now, the cards that dropped out before were the Seven of Swords, the Empress, and the Empress is about showing up, isn't it? The Empress is there. And we also had the subconscious piece on the bottom, which was the Nine of Swords, right? So there's still a lot of mental energy, right, that we're going to be dealing with, is what that's saying. Now, the Seven of Swords, the way that I feel that for October is that people will be like speaking with their feet. They'll be voting with their feet, and that they'll be walking away from situations quietly. It's like that quiet quitting thing. So it feels like there will be a bit of that. And make sure, I'll say make sure, but it's like claiming what's actually yours, right? Claiming what's yours. And if you're not comfortable, if you're not valued, get the fuck out of wherever you are, right? Because it's, you don't want to give that message going forward. for this whole new way
Yeah,
of being, right?
exactly.
We've just, had those eclipses that, fuck, how were they? Oh my God. Anyway, that's what that's about.
Yeah.
And the subconscious piece is the worrying about that.
Mhm.
Now, October may also, for whatever reason, have us not sleeping so well.
Yes.
Right? There might be a little bit of that. Don't panic about any of that shit, because it's finalizing, it's
It's gonna
finishing,
work
right?
out.
So
Yeah.
now we've just had an idea on what the energies are. So now we've just grabbed a different deck and we're going to put 4 cards down, and we're just going to ask, what is it that as a collective we need to do to work with the energy in
Okay.
October?
What we need to do.
What we need to do, what would we be advised to do for October to work with the energies? How do we, for our highest good, work with the October energies, right? So that's the intention.
So this is a third separate deck.
Yes, separate deck, and this is the dragons because I love the dragons. So let's see how we go. So how do we best work with the energies of October 2024 as a collective? So it's a big picture that we're asking here.
There's definitely big changes, isn't there? I'm looking at the cards that we've got now, and there's definitely big changes. So again, looking at them, don't be worried about the changes, because it's all going to work out. The Empress has come out a third time now.
I think she wants to be seen. Okay, all right. So this here, there are like, how do we work with? Remember, that was what we asked, right? And it starts with the 5 of Swords. Now, the 5 of Swords, another 5, so it's difficult, right? So the beginning of the month, we may find it a bit difficult here. But I really feel like this is about surrendering into our own bullshit, because we're looking at the bigger picture, right? So if we can work on our own internal being, then that's going to ripple out. Right? So that's one part. The other part is when we look on the entire like collective big world stage, we might see some things that are a little disheartening, where it's like, oh geez, I really don't want to be part of that. So the energy is going to move away. There's change again. It is going to move away. So we're like, okay, so what is that about? It is about, and how do we work with it? We focus on where we want to grow. What do you want to grow? Where do you want to grow it? Right.
So this is the Empress card you're talking about.
This is the Empress card, right? What do you want to grow?
And that sort of ties in with the Empress going up 3 times, isn't it?
Yeah, she has shown up 3 times. So that is going to be the overall theme. The overall theme here that we've uncovered now is very much about growth and abundance. Now, remember, that's going to look different for everybody, but collectively, because we've asked collectively, make no mistake, there is definitely this change that is coming. So we look at then, well, okay, what's that about? How do we work with that? What does all that mean? Now we have the devil. It's the devil, isn't it?
Yes, the devil.
Yeah, well, it's fucking devil. Yeah, we have the devil, and the devil is about the restriction and the unhealthy ways of being and the unhealthy relationships. So it is about, right, moving away from that. What do we want to grow? Well, we don't want to grow that, right? So it's going to be about, what do we want to do then with the devil is untie ourselves, unleash ourselves, let ourselves be free. And funny, because the card that follows is the 8 of Cups. And that is where, and even on the dragon card, you'll see that he is turned his back on those cups and he's walking away. So again, it's about leaving behind
what no longer serves you, or you no longer need. Or...
Absolutely. And a lot of it is headspace stuff. So
that comes with 5 of
it does come with the 5. So how to move forward through October is to be evaluating, look at, readdress, reflect upon all the stories, beliefs, and shit that you tell yourselves. Right? Is that actually working for you? Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't.
Exactly. What are we tying ourselves to?
What are we tying ourselves to? There seems to be this collective thing where we will move forward. Away. Now, there will be a period, it is indicating here, where we might feel a little bit, oh, Jesus.
That push-pull
Oh,
energy.
that push pull. I'm not sure which
Yeah.
direction. I'm not sure what I should do. Do I let go of my safety? Fuck yes. So this is very much about letting go and trusting that the universe has got your back. And I think I did a reading a little while ago, which was like, you trust the universe has got your back or you fucking don't.
Mm.
Right? You do or you don't.
do.
And if you look around in community and you're connecting with community, because that's where I believe we're headed, then you look at your friends, you look at your family, they're serving or they're not. And you find the people that are going to serve you. And that very well may be some of your friends and family you've already connected.
Exactly.
I can tell you right now that none of those people would ever let you starve.
No, not at all.
Never.
Not at all.
They would never let you starve. There would be ways to work things out. So for some people, this is going to be a really hard thing.
It's going to be a wake-up call, isn't it?
A wake-up call, yeah. And for other people, it's going to be a beautiful experience,
Exactly.
right? So for those having the beautiful experience, open up, like just open up your fucking heart.
Exactly.
Right? Open up your heart and share. And interesting, I've just flicked over a card because I can, and it's the Queen of Wands, right? She's quite beautiful, the Queen of Wands. So the Queen of Wands is about our passion, what drives us, and being comfortable in our own skin. She's open to receiving, open to just accepting. Now we're going to look at the subconscious piece here, and it's the Hermit. We had the fucking Hermit in the beginning, right? So there's this thing about trusting self.
It really is, isn't it?
It's
got the answers.
You do have the answers. Now, the Eight of Cups is the minor version of the Hermit, right? So this is a month to very much trust yourself and walk away, leave, surrender, give up, hand over the shit that is holding you back, that isn't working.
Exactly.
And a lot of that is going to be around your headspace stuff.
Yeah. Stop telling your story, or pull the stories up that you are telling yourself and just go, what am I doing? Is it my story that I'm telling, or is it somebody's put in here that I'm just
absolutely
following?
I like that trend. Is it mine or is it someone else's? And it's also like I had this fucking thought before, now it's gone. It's like, is this my truth, and is this the direction that I really want to head in? So you want to be open to what's possible for October.
Yeah.
Right. What else is possible? What else is here? And no matter what you experience, another question that I like to ask myself is, what's right about this? Because the universe is not going to do shit.
We're not going to steer you wrong, is it? Really?
Shit happens, right? Bad shit happens. And it's what we do about it, right? Because we came here to experience.
Yeah. Yeah.
We came here to experience. So as we experience, we're going to ask, what's right about this? What am I learning here?
Yeah.
What is here for me? You know, because that's what it's about. So if you happen to be the part of the population that is feeling pulled and pushed and unsure and all that, sit and ask yourself, what else is possible and what is right about this?
Yeah.
That's what I would do there. And for the other half, which have kind of whatever work they've done to get where they are, it's going to be about remaining open and being in a state of receiving.
Yeah.
That's what I'm feeling, because there's a shift here.
And it seems like October is going to be the start of something.
That's what it feels like.
Start of something big, isn't it?
Yeah, the start of. It's just the beginning of.
So we have to go through some shit, clearing out shit, basically, to bring in the new.
We do. Like, you have to get rid of the rotten before you can build again, right? You don't want to build on unstable, shaky ground or, rotten foundation. So funny, because you have the Three of Pentacles.
I do have the Three of Pentacles.
Oh, my Lord. I mustn't have turned that on. So
we might
wrap
finish
this up and say thank you for listening to this episode. Like, share, subscribe. Let us know if this is something that you want every month or not.
Because we'll keep doing it anyway.
Let us know, right? We want to do what it is that you want to do.
And thank you for watching, listening to us. We really appreciate you.
We do.
See you later.
Big love.